What is going on, people of YouTube, internet world? It's your boy here, Way of the Lock, again from the Yin and Yang Show. And happy Easter to you all. I received in the mail today. I got it through Amazon, not a sponsor, just they got some really cool stuff on there. I mean, Amazon. Hey. Anywho, though, so on Amazon, I got these playing cards, not just any playing cards. These are playing cards in the form of playing cards that we see in Star Wars. That being the usual Star Wars game, which is known as Sabaac. Um, because I've been playing the Star Wars game, Star Wars Outlaw, and it all in all has been a really fun game. And one thing that got me really interested in is the poker style of game, that being Sabacc. And I decided to look on Amazon and see what I can find. And I found these playing cards for it. And then it got me thinking, let me, you know, do my own style of Sabacc, but with actual, as you can see, the playing cards like kings, queens, jacks, whatnot. Um, so this wouldn't be your typical Sabacc style of game of Sabacc. This is going to be, we'll call it Lock Sabacc. Don't worry, future me is gonna really edit that in. Like he's got my back, right? Yeah, yeah. Anywho, guys, so we're going to flip the camera and I'll explain to you the rules of Lock Sabacc. It's basically the same as regular Sabacc in Star Wars, but let me know what y'all think. For this, you are going to need a set of dice, mostly D10s, just two of them, because in the Star Wars Outlaw game, I do see that they play with two D6 dice, but that's because their numbers are 1 through 6. With this, we're using actual playing cards, so we go up from 2 to 10 with kings, queens, and jacks and aces. And also, we're having the jokers in here. I'll explain all these in a moment. But yeah, so you're gonna need 2 of these, and since they're going extinct, might as well add some pennies, and those pennies can be the credits that you can distribute throughout your opponents. Now, the game, usually each of the opponents start off with 2 cards in the hand. Every player starts off with 6 chips. You can either stand, or in the poker term, fold, if you like your hand, or you can put one of your chips in the pot to draw a card. However, to keep the maximum hand size of 2, you have to discard another card. So let's say, for prime example, go here, you go here, you got these 2 in your hand, and then you draw a card, and it's a 7, so you would discard that, and look at that, you already got a pair. So hand size is at 2. You put in a chip or a credit, chip into the pool, so you can draw your card. And then after everybody stands / fold, everybody reveals their hands, and the one with the better score, I put highest score in my notes, but it's really the one with the better score wins, the pot. And then the rounds keep going until only one person has all the credits. Now, the scoring system, you have before we get to the scoring system, hang on. So, how to win is you have to have your 2 cards in hand. You got to make sure that equals the value of 0, or at least close to 0, but you want to aim for 0. If you have 2 jokers, the joker is a pure 0, that is prime Sabacc. So if you get 2 jokers in your hand, that's prime Sabacc. That's an automatic win. So once you reveal your hand, you reveal the 2 jokers, prime Sabacc, you win the pot. If you have 2 aces in the hand, that is pure Sabacc. That is second to best. So the way the cards work, let's say if your opponent's got a pair of 5s, a pair of 2s, a pair of ace, if the 4th opponent has the pair of jokers, that's prime Sabacc. That beats pure. Now, when it comes to the point system, you have your jokers that is worth 0. They're worth 0. Your aces are 1. The 2 obviously is the 2. So 2 through 10 are as they show. Now, you may be looking at the king, and you're like, well, the heck does the king stand for? What can you do with the king? Well, with the king's ability, let's say you have one king and you have one joker. Well, the king copies that, so you have a prime Sabaac in hand. So this can copy that, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. You have prime Sabaac. Now you may be wondering, well, what does the queen stand for? The queen, she has a unique ability where you can copy one card in your opponent's hand. So let's say your opponent has a joker and you have the queen, copy that, bada bing, bada boom, you now have that. But you probably would want to get two queens in your hand if you're going for the copy approach. And then you may be wondering, well, what does the jack stand for? Now, the jack stands for, basically with the jack, you will take your d10s, you would roll them, and whatever you land in the dice is what it equals. So you can either have it equal a 1 or equal a 3, depending on what's in your hand, obviously. So let's say you have a 3 and a jack in your hand, roll your dice, you get a 3, your jack is now a 3, boom, you have, 3 and 3 make 0, there you go. Bob's your uncle. But yeah, guys, that is Sabaac. I'm probably going to call it Lock Sabaac because it's actual playing cards and not with the cards that are actually in the actual Sabaac cards. But let me know what you guys think of this version of Sabaac. I want to try and get some gameplay done with Yang if he's down for it. And yeah, catch you on the flip side. Happy Easter. Peace.